Hello and welcome to my video blog for Sunday, January the 16th. Now, last week this video blog paused out of respect to for the shooting that happened in Arizona, and as our nation continues to regain its composure after those horrific events, it's really great to see how resilient this country can be as we pull together as a family. Sometimes dysfunctional, but we're a family nonetheless. And having said that, like every family, life goes on and we will learn to once again tolerate each other's differences, even though we may not like them. But prior to that whole shooting incident, there were other crazy stories in the news, like the story of all those dead fish and birds in Arkansas. Now, it was reported that thousands of black birds fell from the skies, and then all these dead fish started surfacing up. Now, I know and you know that the truth is out there, but clearly the U.S. government thought that we couldn't handle the truth. Because what explanation did we get for all the dead birds and the dead fish? Well, the dead birds, they were traumatized by fireworks that happened. And the dead fish, sweetie, the fish were swimming and they got tired and they decided to lie down and take a little nap and rest themselves along the shore, along the beach. So that's why we have all those resting fish. Seriously? Fireworks have been around forever. And sleeping fish? Something sounds a little gamey to me. Now, something else that was also in the news was that wonderful story of Ted Williams. Now, this is the modern day Greek tragedy, American dream that everybody loves. And that Ted Williams, the homeless man with the golden voice, was virtually plucked from, obscurity and became overnight this YouTube sensation. It was really a great paralleling situation in that truly he was sleeping homeless as of 2 weeks ago Monday behind a gas station in a tent. Then thanks to some reporter who put up a video of him speaking and talking and showing that he really did have like this great radio persona voice, put up this video, and then by Wednesday of that same week, he was all over the national news, thanks to Inside Edition, thanks to all the morning shows, thanks to everybody. I mean, everyone wanted a piece of this guy. But what I have to say is, Ted Williams did something that no one in the White House has been able to do within the last 2 years. Ted Williams did something that no economist has been able to do within the last 2.5, maybe 3 years. Ted Williams did something that not even a financial analyst has been able to do within the last 2 to 3 years. What is that thing? He was able to find the jobs. Not just one job, he found a boatload of jobs. And that this guy showed up on a radio stint, was talking, and within that segment, he landed a job with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He landed a job offer with Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. He landed a job with all these cable news outlets who want him to do voiceovers for them. He even got the attention of Oprah Winfrey. I mean, the guy was on a roll. Talk about the Midas touch. But, like all great Greek tragedies, the Ted Williams story didn't end there. Because all he needed was a sit down with his family and a little therapy session with Dr. Phil, and before you know it, the man is in rehab. Wow. 2 weeks. Homeless to living a life of luxury to all of a sudden rehab. Crazy. You would have thought the guy was Lindsay Lohan, but hey, Ted Williams, this thing is going to turn around, because just like Lindsay has been able to turn it around, he's going to turn it around too. And we're still pulling for him. But what I have to say is, even though now that Ted is maybe going to be in rehab and out of the scene for a little bit, what's going to happen to all those jobs? Yeah, because unemployment is still at what, 9-10%? And he's only one man. He can't do all the jobs. So maybe we should spread them out a little bit. Give a few positions to some other needing people. Something to think about. Now, prior to all this Ted Williams business, America took time to reflect on its foundations and its fundamentals and get back to the basics, like the Constitution. Yes, it did. So as the largest and the least experienced congressional body reported to duty about 2 weeks ago, they took some time to maybe educate not only the freshman class, but all of us, out here in the public to read the Constitution. And I, for one, thought, hey, this is a great idea, because if you paid attention to the last election, the Constitution had to have been the most badgered document out there. And that everybody took pieces of the Constitution and was like wielding it around like I don't know, just badgering it and just butchering it and just tearing it up and misquoting liberties and justices and all kinds of things all over the place. So reading it, hey, I'm with you. I think it's a great idea. But what I didn't quite get was, why did they only choose to read only the warm and fuzzy parts and give us a generic version like some watered down Disney classic? Yeah, because they took out just portions of the Constitution that had to deal with slavery, suffrage, equal rights. What happened to all that other stuff that were a part of our nation's history? That's important too. If we're going to talk about it, talk about all of it. Talk about the good, the bad, and the liberating things that actually brought us to where we are today. But no, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to stick to the warm and fuzzy stuff. So as they're out there on the congressional floor reading the warm and fuzzy parts, some woman yells out, "Except Obama!" Now, clearly the woman was a little deranged, and she probably fell asleep because she was bored to death. And then when she woke up, she thought she was down the way at some movie theater where it's okay to yell out at the screen. Run, Forrest, run! Don't open that door! Yeah. That's what she thought she was. She thought she was, let's do the time warp again. That's what she thought. She was down the way at some theater where you can just yell out. But sorry to disappoint you, honey. You're just at some boring congressional reading. And she really got an eye-opener when she got escorted out in handcuffs. Won't do that again, will ya? Now, outside of all those crazy things happening the week before last, this week there were still some happenings going on up on the Congressional Hill, and that Tom DeLay, remember that guy from Dancing with the Stars? Well, he'll be dancing down the river, and that he got sentenced with 3 years in prison. It's going to be a short river, not a long river. So he'll be dancing his way and doing the kickball change in prison. And that he was actually convicted of what? Money laundering and conspiracy. Not so foxtrotty. Then there's the RNC leader, Michael Steele, who on Friday night said, hey, don't vote for me. Don't vote for me, guys. Don't vote for me. And the RNC proved that they still weren't listening to Steele, because they didn't vote. Not only didn't they not vote for him, they didn't vote for who he suggested that everybody vote for. They voted for some other guy. So now, who's in charge of the RNC? I believe his name is Reince Priebus? I don't know. I got time to get his name right, because he is now going to be the new leader of the RNC. I hope you like roller coasters, because we'll soon see if he's a bare-knuckling, head-down kind of guy, or is he somebody who kind of goes with the flow and lifts his hands up as he releases on the big hill. Oh, yes. I hope you like roller coasters. And as we continue to pull it together as a nation, all I got to say is, I'll see you next time.